Hey y'all, welcome back to Comedy Trap House News. It's your boy Marvin Telp. Now, we're going to start this week off by sending our condolences, love, light, whatever to Bob Barker and his family. Bob Barker lived to be 99 years old. And if that's one thing that man showed you on his way out, was how to spin the wheel of life, get as close as you can to $1, get yourself on the showcase, and get the fuck up out of there. Seriously, but not serious. No, not seriously, but seriously. Yeah, that order. Anyway, so Bob is playing a big showcase up in heaven right now. We send him our love and light. And now we're going to get on to the show. First, we're going to open with, it is back to school season. Yay. For parents, yay. It's time to get the kids out the house. But back to school season is not just rough on kids and not just kids and parents, like, because you have to deal with this every morning. Yes, get up, you sit them up in bed, they lay back down, you sit them up again, they put their shirt on, now they face down in the bed. Every parent who's dealt with this knows this struggle. And F them kids was probably founded at this time of the year, okay? But it's not just rough on parents and students. It is also rough on the teachers, because teachers get a whole summer off. I don't know, first of all, how you call yourself an adult and get a whole summer off, but let's not get in that. They get the whole summer off, and then they got to come back and deal with your kid. And not just your kid, because your kid is a handful. They got a class of 20 some odd kids. So of course, teachers have made the news this week, and there was a teacher that was found and removed from class and arrested for having alcohol in class. And it wasn't just one, it was two. First, let's go to Kimberly Coates, 53 years old, in Oklahoma. Now, Kimberly Coates looked like she smokes Marlboros and drinks liquor, okay? She was like, I didn't want to go back to school. She wasn't ready. Here's the funny part. There's a viral video online, and they were like, what's in the cup? And she was like, my juice. Ma'am, your juice? Now, she teaches third grade kids, so I get it. They're probably loud, obnoxious, nobody wants to sit down. That's cool. But then I went to do some more research, and then up pops this guy. Yes, we get Clifford Harper, 49 years old, in Chino Hills, California. He's a middle school teacher. Now, let's be honest. He looks like he plays the numbers, and he drinks a shorty of Hennessy while he's waiting for his numbers to get printed out. Oh, this is going to be the week right here. This is the guy who keeps wishing all these billion-dollar jackpots. He's been like 4 numbers off. But in his head, the next one is his. Now he's going to have to, because he is jobless. Now, do I condone drinking around children? Sometimes. Maybe not teaching, but we've all been to bachelor parties, baby showers now. You go to baby showers, the parents are turned up, and the kids are just kind of doing their thing somewhere over there. So this is a bit of a life lesson for teachers. Don't come in drunk. Get your little swig. Don't do flight. Don't do Denzel in flight, okay? Just come in good. But you got to give the teachers the props for still coming in drunk, but investing in your kids' future. Now, speaking of futures, and futures not looking so bright, we got these guys. And these guys are your 2023 candidates for Fulton County Federal Prison. It's amazing competition here, ladies and gentlemen, with our front runner here as the good old Teflon Don himself. Now, you know why we call him Teflon Don. We got a man sitting out here free with 70 felony convictions, still out doing his thing, still campaigning, still the front runner for the Republican Party presidential nod, which is, this is America. So not only did he have to come in and take this mugshot, and they tried their hardest to keep him from taking this mugshot, right? His hair is done. You ain't never seen his hair this done ever. The second he start walking, his hair start doing his own thing. He got his hair done. He had a makeup artist. He came prepared. Why? Because Donald Trump does not miss a marketing opportunity at all. His campaign since his arrest in Mugshot has raised $7.1 million. $7.1 million. Why? Because he's selling merchandise. Okay? He's selling t-shirts and all this other stuff, and his supporters are buying it to the tune of $7.1 million. And look, ladies and gentlemen, here I am. I'm only selling a shirt for $24.99. You can go ahead and put that up there, Manny. Let them see the shirts. Mugshots, the tee. $24.99. You can get them right off of my store on the website, jocular.shopify.com. Listen, first of all, don't judge me. I'm just saying, if he can make 7.1 million, I might as well pick up a couple dollars in the process. And here's the thing, it's not just his face. I got all their faces. You're welcome. Yes, I know it's a shameless plug. No, it's not a shameless plug. It's just a plug. Listen, let's go get bread. Speaking. Oh, I messed up my transition. Hold on. Listen, guys. He's making money. I figured I had to shoot my shot. Speaking of shooting shots, I messed up the whole transition. This is what happens when we go live, but you got it now. Sadly, we have to turn the news into this direction that we do every other week at this point. There was a shooting this Saturday in Jacksonville, Florida. And your shooter was this ass, Ryan Palmer, 21 years old. He decided to go into a Dollar General with the express intention of shooting black people. And he did. He shot and killed 3 black people, more injured, but the 3 who died, we'll start with victims. First one is Angela Carr, age 52. Again, we talk about doing a whole bunch of things in this country while black. Let's just live while black. Forget shopping while black, schooling while black, running while black. How about just living while black? Our second victim was Jared Gallion, age 29. Kid just really starting to get life together at 29. I know it took me probably to 33, but you know, it's around that age where you start to really transition to, oh, okay, this is what this looks like going forward. And our youngest one was Analt Joseph Laguerre, 19 years old. And he was an employee. So you have a 19-year-old that actually has a job, high school graduate, really just out doing the life thing, responsible at 19, and his life was taken away from him by a racist. Because this is what this is. All his manifestos, his notes, stop calling this shit a manifesto. I'm sure it's not a fucking manifesto. Just a ignorant ass jotting of things made this white man hate black people. And when I say hate to the tune of taking lives. Because one thing we might do is we might say we hate someone. We don't take a life. You don't see us going around killing mass white people because we woke up that way. That's not how we're programmed. But here in this country, the hate is oh so heavy one-sided, but we like to pretend that it doesn't. And now here's the craziest part. He originally pulled up on a campus of Edward Walters University, which is an HBCU, and he was turned away by security. Thank God, because had he had gotten onto campus, these 3 would have been a whole heck of a lot more. And it's scary because you send your kids to school for them to get a higher education and learning and prep them for life. You don't think that them losing their lives is an opportunity that's awaiting them. So shout out to the security guards that turned him away at the campus. Also, just to let you know that he had real intent, this was the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. The March on Washington, the hey, we're here, treat us better march, 60th anniversary, he goes, this is a good time to go kill some black folk. So, yeah, it's absolutely tragic. And I think then you get with this, the politicizing backlash of this. And so you get someone like Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, who basically came and did a whole little speech about the fact that he has personally never run into any racist situations in his life. Dude, I know what age you are. I'm 100% sure you got hit with a Apu, Hasamalina Papalon, whatever, you know Apu's last name. You probably got hit with some, what's the other one? Slumdog Millionaire. Let's not play dumb. I'm not gonna make the jokes because I'm actually pissed off at the fact that he came on and said with a very straight face, I'll probably run into a unicorn before I run into the boogeyman of a white supremacist. Well, I hope you have photos, because let me remind you that in June 17th, 2015, at the Emmanuel Alfred African Methodist Church, Dylan Roof walked in, prayed with black people, and then killed black people for no other reason than they were black. Or we speed up to May 14th, 2022, where Tops grocery store was shot up in Buffalo, New York. Like, just in case, Vivek, you don't get to see the supremacy, I just want to put it out to you. Now, mind you, I only picked these two issues because these are the ones that are actually nationally recognized amongst the other side, because there's a ton of other ones that they go, well, we don't know if this was racist or not. These were clear-cut racist attacks. So have your camera, get a photo of the unicorn and Bigfoot, and also they're looking for the Loch Ness Monster once again. So you can take your punk ass over there and figure it all out with them. There's a repeated effort in this country to destroy black history. There's a repeated effort to minimize who black people are in this country. And all I'm going to say is this. Maybe, just maybe, it's time to reorganize, because it actually happened once to the tune of back to school programming, feeding the neighborhood, taking care of the community, getting people back in college, protecting your community. Yes, the Black Panther Party. That happened, and it should happen again. It needs to happen again, because the only people willing to protect our people right now is us. It's not law enforcement. It's not politicians. It's not anyone in any place of power. But who it is it's your neighbor. It's your friend. It's your brother. It's the dude sitting on the boat across the dock who's diving in the water to swim over to you. All I'm going to say is, let's look out for each other. Anyway, that is our topics here so far. We're going to hop into the chat, which is actually one of my new favorite things, and see where we are. Telp 2024, yes, I should make those campaign t-shirts also, guys. Campaign t-shirts coming, Telp 2024. Bob Barker, how I feel about it, he was 99. It was time. With Trump in the mix, yes. Why do Trump supporters compare his mugshot to Tupac and Malcolm X? Easy. Easy. Trump supporters do that. And I said this last week. I said last week he's getting more burned than the 1990s rapper. The reason why they're comparing his mugshot to Malcolm, well, I don't know why Malcolm X is, that's a weird one, but to Tupac was because they're saying this is false accusations and it was a witch hunt. It is his supporters admitting that they were on a Tupac witch hunt because they were terrified of that, but they won't say it so to say. So all they're saying is you have a polarizing leader who's being arrested the wrong way. If they wanted to compare it, it should have been compared to Martin Luther King's mugshot, not Malcolm X, because Malcolm X was in these streets when he got his mugshot. Detroit Red was out there slinging things, so he was a different dude. But the whole purpose is, A, you're coming after our leadership. He's the person who speaks the voice of the people free Tupac. I mean Trump, 2024. That's basically what the comparison is. He's our leader. We're going to stand behind him. Arlene Sorkin. That's from, what was that? Days of Our Lives. From one of the soaps. Yeah, she passed at 67 years old. So, rest in peace, because I know my mom knows exactly who it is. Courtney's back. Damn, I'm a teacher in Oklahoma City, I understand. Look, Big Timmy, that's a lot. First of all, let's work on your screening, because that's way too much. But also, just don't drink in class. Do it before or after. Don't have your glass of wine in class. That's all I'm saying. Watched the video, didn't know it was from this year. Oh, the teacher video? Yeah, that was this year. That's Clifford that Dave Chappelle was talking about. That's hilarious. Roasted is one thing. Racism is another thing. Now, we can roast Apu forever with that hairline. But I'm 100% sure, being a brown-skinned Asian dude, I guess Indian is Asian. He's dealt with real racism in his life. I'm putting money on it. He's just, sucking to the teat of power. That streak was commanded to stop. Are we talking about the football thing? We're not doing that, Phil. We're not coming with, the season's about to start, okay? Let's see who wins during the season. The Redskins won 2 preseason games.
You can't say that.
I'm sorry. Oh. Bleep it out. Beep. The Commanders. The Washington Commanders. Damn it. They're going to defund the video on that, aren't they? Would you rather be followed by your favorite band, dead or alive, to play your theme music, or the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated team? Wait. My favorite band plays my theme music everywhere I go? That's not even a question. I want my favorite band. First of all, you got to get 3 Stacks, because he's somewhere in the world with a flute. Don't know where he is, but if you can get 3 Stacks and Andre and Big Boy back together, and they sing my theme song everywhere I go, I'm in it. Yeah, that was an easy one. Since you touched on Vivek, any thoughts on the RNC debate last week? One candidate said he didn't believe climate change or Larry Elder not qualified. Okay, so I did watch the RNC debate last week, and it was a lot. The first thing I'll say is Vivek had a strong showing at the debate as just having an ability to stand out. He was annoying to me, but he stood out. Nikki Haley, I thought, was the best person on the debate thing, but she's legitimately insignificant in the realms of Republican Party, so she won't really do anything because she's a woman and she knows it. But I think there's a very interesting dynamic between both Nikki Haley and Vivek, is they're both of Indian descent, which, if you know, in America, that's the good minority. The Indians, smart Chinese are your good minorities. So as long as we love the good minorities, we treat them a certain way. And you can see in their respect, the respect of their approach to national politics. Here, they've been treated with a better, just better. I was trying to find something nice. They were just treated better than us, and it shows. Now, when we go into this whole discussion of climate change, there's a lot of debate up and down about what's happening with our climate. Meaning, is it changing because of us, or is it changing because of its natural, like, just the things that have to happen naturally? And as long as you can have that debate, that it's natural, even though we know we're speeding it up, even though we're looking at melting of the polar ice caps, even though we're looking at all of these crazy things happening, as long as you can have the argument that there's something else going on, that's going to be where they stand. This is about making money. The Conservative Party has never shied away from the fact that they want to make money. And it's not making money for the nation, it's making money for the corporations and the rich. So, I think it was a joke. I think all the RNC debates are going to be jokes, because at some point, all you're going to see them do is double down on climate change being a hoax, racism being a hoax, and we got to get back to good old-fashioned American values, which is a Donald Trump influence. No matter what you can say about him being an ass or whatever, he has sadly influenced American politics for the next 20 to 30 years. What else we got? Forget them Commanders. Cowboys got QBs for days, rings for years incoming. You don't believe that? Stop it. Stop it. Listen, your quarterback is furious that they brought Trey Lance over. He was like, I got the job. They was like, hey, we like Trey. And he was like, I mean, I've been a Cowboys quarterback for 8 years, so nothing surprises me. Your feelings are hurt, and that's fine. But the Cowboys are hedging their bets, saying, look, Dak, we're not going to be able to move you because of this dumb contract that you have. But since we got to suffer it, if we can get Trey Lance for no money and a 4th-round draft pick, might as well start training up your backup. Get him out in 2 years. The BS High documentary is good. Watch it. I'm not going to spoil it because it's still fairly new. Watch the BS High School documentary. It's phenomenal. Anything else? No. I think that was it. Ladies and gentlemen, we went through the chat. There was no super chats in there this week, but that's cool. Again, like, subscribe, add, share, follow, whatever. Support the channel. You guys are out. I like the idea of removing guns in exchange for martial arts. Here's the thing. No one wants to shoot the fair one. Okay? That's all it comes down to. No matter if everyone was martial arts trained, shooting a fair one means you might lose. And people don't lose fights anymore. That's just what it is. I'd rather shoot you than take an L. Because if I take the L, it might go viral. Someone might put a tune to it. And I'm not for that. Might even be put on a t-shirt. You never know what I'm gonna put on a t-shirt. So, yeah. All right, I'm not doing this. We're not gonna keep doing this with you football fans. Listen, the season's gotta play, okay? The season's gotta play. Show up or don't. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll see y'all in the playoffs because that's where we're going, fam. Anyway, that is it's the end of the month. That bill got to get paid. That's it. Listen, rent is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. The t-shirt is in the store right now. Click and get your shirt. All right, that's our time here. Thanks for hanging out with us on Comedy Trap House News. It's your boy Marvin.